Welcome to Guided, your weekly sanctuary where we blend the wisdom of the Enneagram with the art of intentional living. I'm your host Evie, and you're so welcome here. Guided is all about helping you, the modern woman, find your flow in a world that's often all hustle and no heart. Whether you're navigating a career pivot, diving into creative pursuits, or just figuring out how to take better care of yourself, Guided is here to support you. This podcast is like a weekly chat with a good friend, one who's passionate about making your life feel good. At Guided, we believe in living with intention, fostering emotional well-being, and finding joy in the everyday. We tackle the big stuff like overthinking, setting boundaries, and avoiding burnout, all while keeping it real and relatable. Think of this as your go-to spot for practical tips, soulful conversations, and a reminder to break free from the grind. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive in. Thank you for choosing to make Guided a part of your weekly ritual. If you're ready to step into a life of intention and empowerment, then hit that subscribe button and let's get started.
Today, I want to talk about how overflow isn't a vibe, it's a nervous system state. I don't think you're broken. I think you might be a little bit dysregulated. Today, I want to shift the conversation from self-blame to self-capacity. We're kind of building on last week's episode. If you haven't listened to that, do head back. But before we go any further, hello, hi, welcome back to another episode of Guided. If we've never met before, hi, my name is Evie. I am your self-appointed online big sister, helping you step into the most expansive version of you. I am your personal guide for those looking for depth in a world addicted to the surface. I'm thrilled that you're here. If you are a regular listener, a long-time listener, girlfriend, welcome back. I'm also delighted that you're here too. So today's episode is all about collapsing the space between where you are now and the self that you're dreaming of becoming. Because here is the truth. She's not far away. She's not waiting on a certification, a better morning routine, or a perfect plan. She is already within you. And we're going to talk about how we can welcome her more into the here and now. But before we get going, just before we dive in, I wanted to tell you about two things. Number one, my seasonal reset is coming up. I think we're like a week away now. Each season, I host a 90-minute online meditation and journaling class totally devoted to that season and how we can align ourselves to what nature might be teaching us. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. I can't wait. It's a beautiful community space to come together with other people who are wanting to step into their most expansive self. And it's a really beautiful place to be seen, held, witnessed, supported. So if you would like to join us for the summer solstice class that is coming up, it's on the 23rd. It's at 8 p.m. If you can't join live, there will be a replay. Grab your tickets now and let's get really aligned for this season. And secondly, I also have my first ever retreat day here in Sheffield in August the 2nd at Grow Yoga, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Welcome to the Radiance Retreat, you guys. This is a place for the woman that has been dimming her light and playing it small. This is for the woman that maybe is disconnected from her creative or sensual spark. This is for the woman that craves sisterhood and nourishment and connection. And this is for the woman that wants to feel more radiant, more grounded, more themselves. So we are going to be starting the day with cacao. There's going to be gorgeous, nourishing, organic snacks throughout. We're going to be doing some intuitive movement. We're going to be doing a radiance practice. We're going to be doing some mirror work. There's going to be an Enneagram workshop. It is jam-packed full of gorgeous morsels to help springboard you into this next version of you. I cannot wait to host this. I can't wait to see you all there. It is limited on space, you guys. So if you are thinking about it, wondering about it, do get a ticket now. Make use of the early bird tickets, which are available, I think, for just a few more days. Save that £25, I think it is. And let's join together in August. Let's join together for this sacred pause, this summer homecoming, to reconnect to your light and root into what truly nourishes you. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you there. Okay, back to it then. So this episode is a reminder that evolution doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's happening so quietly you won't notice it until you look back and realize you're different. You're softer, you're stronger, more certain in your no, more sacred in your yes. And so today I really want to explore why the future self-fantasy can be a distraction from being present in the here and now, what it really means to embody a new identity, and how to avoid performative growth, the power of micro moments, and what's waiting for you there. And I want to talk about how your Enneagram type might be resisting the becoming in order to help you feel safe. And if you don't know your Enneagram type, scroll down through the show notes now, click on my free quiz and be guided to what could possibly be your Enneagram type. There'll be a bunch of information there for you. It's a really great way to kind of jumpstart your Enneagram journey. Here at Guided, there is going to be a reflection prompt moment at the end that is perfect for journaling with. So you might want to find your journal now, grab a pen, grab your journal, and let's dive in. So I want to explore something that I see all of the time, especially amongst women who are doing the work, who are deeply intentional. We kind of create this image of our future self. She's calm, she's collected, clear, wildly successful. She wakes up early, knows what she wants, moves through the world with ease and softness and strength. And listen, I love her. I'm a huge fan. She's a vision for a reason. But sometimes that future self-fantasy becomes a distraction from the present self who is quietly evolving, who has sacred wisdom. And we start to believe that she is far away in the distance and that we're not yet her, that we need more time and more healing, more something. But what if your future self wasn't a destination, but instead a frequency that you can tune into now? When we talk about embodying a new identity, a more healed, more calm, more regulated identity, we're not talking about performance. We're not acting as if in a way that disconnects us from what's real. We're practicing living in the next chapter from the inside out. And I think this means making room for those micro moments. 5 minutes of aligned action, 5 minutes of saying no when you would usually say yes, 5 minutes of writing instead of scrolling, 5 minutes of sitting with yourself instead of spiraling. Because I think that's where the change really happens. Not in these dramatic reinventions that, you know, one day you shift from doom scrolling to never going on Instagram again, but in these quiet pivots of showing up for yourself. Now, of course, I truly believe that your Enneagram type has its own relationship with the idea of becoming. Some of us rush the process, some of us avoid it entirely. Others will try to become somebody new whilst clinging on for dear life to old patterns that help us feel safe. This is where self-awareness becomes your compass. Because when you understand your type, you can meet your resistance with love and not shame. You can hold compassion for the part of you that is afraid to expand and still take the next brave step anyway. And I think there's also this idea that regulation, being regulated, having a nervous system that is regulated means being calm all of the time. And that is not what that is. This is the problem with therapy speak becoming just part of our everyday experience. Having a regulated nervous system means that you can experience joy, sadness, pain, fear without losing control. So it doesn't mean that you stay here living this very monotone life where everything's calm and nothing evokes a reaction. No. It means that you can have a reaction, but the reaction isn't controlling you. You aren't at the helm of your fear or your pain or your anger. It means that you can get angry in a regulated way. It means that you can honor that emotion in a regulated way. And I see so many people, I hear it all the time in session with clients, where people say, I wasn't very regulated because I just was crying. Hey, whoa, I think it sounded maybe like you needed to cry, and you did. I was just so angry. You were angry. Maybe you needed to be angry. Maybe that's allowed. Maybe screaming and shouting at the top of your voice is perhaps not the most regulated version of you, but I don't believe that having a regulated nervous system means that we don't experience these different emotions. It means that we can house those emotions within us in a safe way. And this is what I mean when I talk about the overflow. Moving from overwhelm to overflow. You then are not overwhelmed by your emotions. You're living in overflow with them. You're able to honor them as and when they ask to be honored in a way that is safe for you and the people around you. That is what we're talking about when we mean a regulated nervous system. And I want you to catch that today if that's news to you. If you've been trying to live in a way that is just calm all of the time, because that's what nervous system regulation on Instagram looks like. I want you to let go of that. It's keeping you so small and really boring. The most interesting people that I know are not calm all of the time. They have access to this rich and vivid color wheel of emotions. You're allowed to have emotions. You are able to be a regulated person who experiences emotions. And I hope that you can hold that and honor that today. And so as we begin to close today's episode, here is a reflection prompt that I want to offer you. And maybe take this one outside, right? Pop your feet in the grass, let your face be kissed by the sun, and journal from that space. But here it is. What does the next version of me feel like? In my body, my choices, my voice. And how might I embody one small piece of her today? What does the next version of me feel like in my body, my choices, my voice? And how might I embody one small piece of her today? And it doesn't have to be a full transformation. It's just one breath, one choice, one clear moment. And if you would like to be guided in this process to move out of your head and into your body, again, I would just love to extend that invite to my summer solstice seasonal reset. It's almost here. There is still time to grab a ticket. This is a really powerful live space to honor your growth, name your next chapter, and anchor into the energy of this summer. You'll leave clearer, softer, and more connected to that next level version of you, who, by the way, is already here. That's why she clicked on today's podcast episode and is listening. The link is in the show notes, and I would so love to see you there. So I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, perhaps playing with that journaling prompt, allowing what needs to come up and through and out to do so. I hope that you can take exquisite care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday at 9 a.m. for another episode of Guided. I will see you then. Take good care. Bye.
If Guided the podcast resonated with you, why not share it on your socials or send it to your friends? And if you have a spare moment, I would love it if you could leave me a review. These small gestures are free and they're invaluable in helping me amplify the reach of Guided the podcast, connecting us with more empowered women who are eager to increase their well-being. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop with our latest episodes. By subscribing, you'll stay connected and receive a weekly dose of inspiration directly to your inbox. Thank you for being a part of our community, for showing up, and for your commitment to personal growth and self-discovery. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep exploring the depths of your own inner wisdom.